Okay, hey guys, so welcome to our training all about simple sales funnels. Most of you know who I am, but just in case, my name is Kes, and I really love talking sales symbols. I love helping women build sales funnels. And so a lot of times the terminology will get really overwhelming, and I just want you to stick with me because I'm here to make all of this really make sense. So today you're going to learn not only just what a sales funnel is, but how everything really works together. So I want you to just we're going to start with the basics. So basically, this is what a sales funnel looks like. You have traffic, it leads to a lead, and then it goes to a sale. So last week, we really concentrated on who our audience is, who our ideal client is, who our target market is. And that's really important because I want you to start thinking, how will your audience find you? So traffic is just basically all the different flow that you will get from either your website or most likely from social media, like from Facebook or Instagram, or what I really loved when I was doing my health coaching, it was Pinterest. Some love Twitter, others find success with LinkedIn. So you have to really find out first, one, what do you like to use? What are you comfortable with? What are you going to be using all the time? And second, where will your ideal client find you from? Some of that traffic is going to funnel into a lead, and those people have usually opted into something. We'll talk more about that. They've said yes to something. They're really interested in what you're talking about. And of those leads, your goal is going to convert them into a sales. So let's make this even more simple. To make you guys really understand this, I'm going to kind of refer to like when we're dating. So throughout this training, email marketing is just like dating. So the more guys that you meet, the more prospects that you have, you narrow it down to find the one. So again, I want to remind you guys, if you have questions, I'll get to them at the end and answer anything. So if anything comes up, just go ahead and type it in the comments. I can't see it right now, but I'll get to it at the end. So let's talk about where your traffic comes from. Usually in the online world, it can come from all kinds of places. It can come from ads. One of the most popular ways that we're really all familiar with is Facebook ads. But there's also Twitter ads, there's Pinterest, and there's Instagram ads, and even there's Google AdWord ads as well. Or it can be from social media. We can use even social media free. So posting about your opt-in or your free gift that you want to give on Facebook, on Instagram, on Pinterest. Again, like I said, that was my favorite place. It can also come from referrals. So let's talk about the dating analogy again. It would be like if you're getting a date from a friend and she introduced you to a new guy, that would be a referral. Or you could meet them, say, in a Facebook group on social media, or maybe you even do some advertising like on Match.com or Tinder. So for the training, the rest of the training, let's just kind of pick one. And I'm gonna really talk about Facebook ads because all of us can use Facebook ads, no matter what kind of business we're coming from. So how do Facebook ads all begin? They really do begin with a picture and some text or a video. But let's keep it really simple. Let's just do a picture and some words, some text underneath it. And the purpose of that Facebook ad is to get the click. You want them interested in learning more and potentially having them give us their email address. So it's kind of the same thing if we're talking about Match.com or eHarmony. The purpose of that initial profile picture, up at the top, the text is underneath, and it gives them an idea of who you are. You want them to click on it. So do they want to get to know you more? That picture and the text are the first impression. So let me just back up really quickly. So this is really important. So in order for you guys to run a Facebook ad, you're going to need a business Facebook page, which is why we were talking about them all last week. We've been reviewing those. A lot of you have gotten our reviews already back, and we'll continue to do that. But that's why we've been really focusing on that, because you cannot do your Facebook ads until you have a business Facebook page. So just like your Match.com profile, we're going to want to make this ad really, really clear. So I have an action item for you guys this week, and start paying really close attention in your news feed, because you'll start seeing this as you're paying attention. I want you to notice what other ads are already out there and what really resonates with you and why, or what doesn't resonate with you and why. And a lot of times if I find a Facebook ad that I love, I'll screenshot it. And then I'll come back to it and I'll think, you know, why did that catch my attention? Was it the image? Was it how they said something? Was it the place that I was in my business and that's what I was looking for? So start paying attention to the ads that you're getting in your feed. And if it's something that interests you, then they've targeted you perfectly, right? Okay, so I'm a super visual person, which is why I wanted to do this webinar in the first place. Just talking to my face is kind of distracting. So I love visuals. So I've created this kind of flow throughout the webinar so that you guys can understand. So this is your ideal client, your avatar. And we're going to name her Katie, because that's the name of my avatar for my sugar detox program. And she's going to go onto Facebook and she's going to run into your Facebook ad. So one of the first steps with that is we need a really good image for our Facebook ad. So to actually create a really compelling image, there are a ton of different options out there. I'm going to talk about 3 here just really quickly. If you're a newbie, I would not recommend Photoshop. It's kind of pricey, and most people don't really use it until they've been doing this for a long time. And I think the best thing for a beginner is to start with Canva. It's a completely free platform. There is a paid version, and I have bumped up to that, but I used the free platform version for a long time. They give you tons of templates. They're going to give you guides to really be able to create that perfect Facebook ad. You can literally go into Canva, and there's hundreds of different options. PicMonkey is another great free software tool, and I really like it because one of the good things with PicMonkey is you can upload, if you have a custom font, let's say that you really love, you can upload that and not charge, they won't charge you any additional. The only negative thing that I have about PicMonkey, unlike Canva, is PicMonkey, say you're working on an image and you've got to go run and pick up your kids or something like that, and you forget to download your image or save it to your computer. If you come back, it does not save it. Canva will save your images, but PicMonkey is not. And so I think I always recommend to start with Canva first. And as a new business owner, that's where you're going to start with creating a compelling image for your Facebook ad. I want to talk about a landing page. So once you have created that really compelling image and you've got a Facebook ad, what happens after you click? You're going to drive them to a landing page. So basically, a landing page is just one page on a website, and its sole purpose is to compel you to enter your email address. So again, let's relate it to dating. It's like the dating site, and they say, hey, can I get your number? They want to know more, so they've clicked on the ad, and now they're on the landing page, and the landing page lets them know a little bit more about them. Let's go back to our diagram so you can understand. So you've got Katie, who has clicked on the Facebook ad, and now she's going to land on a landing page. And the box on the landing page says, please enter your name here and your email address here. That's it. That's what a landing page is. So there's a couple options for your page tech that you can use. I'm going to talk about 4 of them. The first 2 here, lead pages and unbounce, you actually can pay for those. They're very, very popular. I know a lot of people use them, and I have not used them. I have just been able to use my WordPress page. I know that lead pages is popular because they've got phenomenal analytics. They also look really professional. They're all mobile responsive, which is really important because when you design this, you want to have your end user in mind so that they know exactly what's going to work and what doesn't work with a landing page. But if you're trying to do this cheap, I would suggest the last two, either your Squarespace cover page or just a WordPress page, because I like to customize, and in the WordPress page, I can make it a little more custom. So there's a few options for you. So let's take you to the next page. The thank you page is something that once they've entered their username and their email address, they're going to be then taken to the next page, and this is a thank you page. And it's literally just a congratulations, your free gift is on its way, and it's kind of like a buffer between when they're entering their email address and their name and when they get their first email from you, which includes their gift. So this is a single web page, and it's simply just saying thank you and letting them know what is next. So let's go back to the diagram again. So Katie has clicked on the Facebook ad. She's entered her name and her email address on that landing page. And now you have taken her to a thank you page. And the thank you page would typically be built on something like Lead Pages if you want to pay for it, or on the back end of your website, and you would link it through. I want you guys to just understand that all of this is happening automatically. And this is really, really important, because once you've set this up, it seems like a lot of work at first, but once it's all set up, it just goes and it goes and it goes, and it's evergreen. And I was on vacation all week, and it was so nice to be able to get that notification that I had made a sale. And then another hour later, I got another sale. And I was enjoying my vacation all while this sales funnel was running in the background, because I have set it up and it is literally like, I'm not even thinking about it anymore. Once you've got all the technology down and you've got it all set up, it's on evergreen. So your thank you page, when you're taking her to that thank you page, what's happening is in the background, there is something called your CRM. And I'll promise I will get to this and I'll explain what CRM means in just a minute. But this is all automatically. So you're sending your user the free gift while she is being taken to that thank you page at the same time. So again, this is all the tech set up in advance, and it just goes. And we teach you all of this tech stuff in the academy, because literally this can make your head explode. But to have somebody hold your hand and walk you through each of this is really helpful. But I wanted you to have a basic understanding of what this looks like. So we can help you with that step by step. I promise, if you need our help, we help you in the academy with that. But this is basically the flow of a simple sales funnel. Okay, so you got a free gift coming. So what happens next is they get the free gift delivered to their email. We call this a lead magnet. Some of you might have also heard it called as an opt-in or freemium or content upgrade offer. And really, there's so many different names for these lead magnets. But basically, this free gift is your lead magnet opt-in. So let me give you some examples to kind of get your brain thinking about it, because by the end of this week, I want you to have a opt-in freebie idea. I want you to really think about what your customer needs, and this is going to kind of get your brain thinking a little bit. So there are literally gazillion different types of free gifts that you could give your client. There's things like video and audio and checklists and free e-courses. You can do a challenge, you can do a workshop, you can do quizzes or workbooks. There are so many different free options as really there are to ask somebody out. The sky's just the limit when it comes to free offers. But I want you to remember, what really separates the good from the great is that your free offer will solve the problem for the user. So think of your client, and if it solves her problem, and if she can solve it within 15 minutes, that's even better. So you want it to be really highly actionable, and they can apply it right away. They can learn and apply what you're teaching them in that free offer right away. So just like speed dating, you got 15 minutes. That's how long you have to make that first good impression. it's kind of the same thing. You have 15 minutes to really just capture your ideal client's attention and make sure that they want more from you. I know that there are many lead magnets out there that will take longer than 15 minutes to go through. And honestly, it comes down to what you believe your ideal client needs and what do they need from you in order to realize that you are the best person to solve their problem. Okay, so we'll get more into opt-in offers, and I'm really excited. We'll do a little more training on that a little bit later in the week. Okay, so like I promised, I said I would tell you a little bit about what CRM is. So behind the scenes, when they're entering their email address, as we mentioned, this is triggering a series of emails. And we can call this an email sales funnel, which is automatically sent to them by your CRM. So let's talk about the CRM and how the email sales funnel works. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management Software. And honestly, that's a mouthful. So we just call it your email marketing system. So Katie clicks on your Facebook ad. She's entering her information into your landing page. She's being taken to the thank you page. And now behind the scenes, your CRM, your email marketing software system, is sending her that free gift. So after we've sent that free gift, we're going to start sending her a series of emails with the sole purpose and the goal is just to lead into a sale. So remember at the beginning, we said that traffic leads to leads and that becomes sales. And we talked about how the traffic on Facebook, when they click on your ad, it hopefully will convert them to a lead. They enter their email address and their name. And now our goal is to take this lead from a lead to a sale. And a sales funnel is exactly what we're going to use to get them there. So what is a sales funnel? Basically, it's just a series of emails that warms people up and allows them to get to know you before you tell them about your offer. This is where you get to teach them, you get to wow them, and you get to make your clients fall in love with you so that they know they want to work with you. So again, Katie here has seen your Facebook ad and her information's all in. Now the CRM is not only sending her the free gift, but it's also sending her a series of emails. Now, just think about this in the dating world. How amazing would this be? Like, imagine a single guy being able to enter your phone number and it automatically sends you a series of follow-up texts so that he didn't even have to think about it. That's really brilliant. And that's exactly what a sales funnel is doing. So just like dating, if a guy you just met tried to propose to you, you would think you're crazy. But if he took you on a series of dates and they were super fun and over time you fell in love with him, it would make a lot more sense if when he got down on his knee that you were ready, right? So that's basically what your sales funnel is doing. It's just you dating your customer. Just think about it that way. So it's you dating your customer. You're trying to get them to know who you are. So you can't just propose to them up front because they've never even really met you. They don't know you. They don't even know if they like you. So hear me when I say this, and it's hard because we've all been taught this in network marketing, especially, please do not make your list of 100 names, especially if you haven't talked to them since high school and it's been 20 years and you pick up the phone and want to call them. The sales funnel is going to help you avoid that situation. So basically what you're doing with the sales funnel is you're just weeding out all the ones that you don't like or that don't get you or who don't want to really work with you anyways. And what we're doing is just funneling down to find out who our ideal client really is. We're going to use the CRM email marketing software, these automatic email marketing campaigns, and let's talk about which ones we can use. So there's a lot out there. Literally, there's a ton of different email marketing systems. And they vary really all in price. And so usually the price is going to increase with however many subscribers that you have, which really does make sense because let's be honest, the money really is in your list, and the size of your list makes a difference of how big your business is. So the more your list grows and grows and grows, you're going to end up paying more over time, but you'll also be making more over time. So I'm going to really encourage you to do some research on your own of which CRM would work for you. But let me just kind of give you some direction a little bit. I use Active Campaign for mine, but I started with MailChimp. And I do usually tell people to go that direction because it's a little bit cheaper. Unless you have a pretty big list, then I love Active Campaign. And I know that Megan uses Entreport. So there are many different things that will make you decide on what you want to use, price being one of them. But the other one is single opt-in versus a double opt-in. So let's just talk about that just a little bit so that you really understand it. So a single opt-in is basically, you're going to just come up to, you're going to ask somebody, hey, can I get your number? And they give you your number and you're like, okay, I got it, done. So on that single opt-in, you're going to enter your name and email address, and they're going to automatically get your free gift and start getting, you know, the process through your funnel. But on a double opt-in offer, on the other hand, it would be like someone that came up to you and said, hey, can I get your number? And you give it to them, and then they text you and they say, Katie, is this really you? And then you text them back and you're like, yeah, it's me. So with the double opt-in, she would enter her email and her name into the landing page, and she gets an email saying, is this really you? She'll click on the button and it says, yep, it's really me, and I'm sure I really want this. Then she'll get your free gift. So I want to explain that because MailChimp is one of those that does require a double opt-in. But this is good to know because there's some countries and territories that actually require a double opt-in. There's just really no way around it. So I want you to make sure you understand the rules and regulations in your country or territory, and then really make a decision on what you prefer your end user experience to be. I do not use a double opt-in, just so you know, mine's a single opt-in. Okay, so now she's going to start receiving these emails. So she's clicked on your Facebook ad, she's gone through your landing page, the email marketing has now handed her the gift, and she's going through the series of emails. We're going to send these emails every 1 to 2 days. But what's cool is you're not actually going to be going in and doing anything. You set all of this up to run automatically in the background. So your email marketing system is doing this all behind the scenes. The purpose of this email funnel is to lead them to the sales. Just like the purpose of dating is to lead to marriage. So maybe like in email 3, you start to kind of tease about what your paid services are, or maybe you could link them to your website or to a service page, or you could link them back to like a calendar to book a call with you, a discovery call, or a just like get to know you call. I know that maybe you don't have a fully developed website yet, but you know, if you're in the academy, we help you build that. But ladies, really honestly, you do need to have a place to send people to learn more about your services, one that you own, that's yours, yourself. So let's talk about website creation just a little bit. There's so many places to be able to create a website, and you could use Squarespace, WordPress, Weebly, Wix. It can get super techy, or it can be pretty basic. And all of these are really wonderful platforms. I know a lot of people love Squarespace. It's pretty basic, but my favorite is WordPress.org. And, but I'm a tech geek. I love the tech. And I know that a lot of you get lost when it comes to the tech, tech stuff, and you're really worried about that. Again, we go into the details of that like crazy in the academy. You get a new website and new membership platform, and all the tech that goes with that. We really teach you how to do that. But I do believe that it's important to learn how to run your website, to at least be able to update it and tweak it. Because say you wanted to change anything like pricing, or you wanted to change the photos on your website, you need to have control of that. So even if you've spent thousands of dollars to have somebody design your website, because it is that, it can be $5,000 to $8,000 to have somebody design your website, you need to know how to get into the back end and be able to tweak that yourself. I really think that's important. Okay, so now maybe you're not sending them to a sales page, you're just actually sending them to a calendar to, you know, maybe book a call with you to get to know you, to kind of see if you guys want to work together. So that means that you're going to need a calendar booking system. And two of my favorite calendar tools are Calendly and Acuity scheduling. And I personally use Acuity scheduling, but I've used both and I like both of them, and they pretty much do the same thing. So I'd highly recommend either one of them for your business. So let's just recap one more time that you've got your user going in through Facebook, or, you know, really any type of system. We can talk more about that a little bit later. She's going to see a compelling image and read some compelling text, and that's going to compel her to click on your landing page, where she's going to learn a little bit more about you. And then that's going to compel her to enter her name and her email address, all in the background. From the moment she clicks on that ad until the moment she signs up to do business with you, everything else is happening custom in the background. And you're doing nothing, really. You set it and you forget it. So she clicks on that landing page, she gets your thank you page, she also gets your free gift that your email marketing software is sending her, and then she goes through your sales funnel, or she's either being funneled to a sales page or to a discovery call. Once the process is complete, she's getting added to your master email list, and that is where periodically you'll send, you know, letters, newsletters to kind of continue to warm her up. Because honestly, even if she doesn't buy from you at this initial sales funnel, as she learns more and more about you, she's going to really get to know you, like you, and trust you. That's our goal. So maybe she rejects your first proposal and she needs to really think about it, and that's totally fine. You're going to keep dating her until she's really ready to marry you, right? Or join your program, I guess. So, okay, I know this is really a lot of information. And like I said, we go into huge detail with the Academy with all this, but I promise once you've got this all set up in your business, it's going to be running in your sleep. Literally, you're going to make sales while you're sleeping or while you're sitting on the beach. And the freedom that comes with that is so amazing. I've seen it in my business. It takes a lot of work, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes building these sales funnels can take months. So you need to be patient with yourself. But once it's all set up and in place, it's amazing to see the sales come in. So I think that is all I want to tell you about sales funnels. So let's I'm gonna exit out here and open it up to questions. Awesome. Okay, so I see some questions here. So let me bring my face back so you guys can actually see me. Okay. Okay, what if you are selling something? And I wish I would have seen when that was in. That was at the very beginning. So, Josiane, you might have to elaborate that a little bit more so that I understand what you're talking about on that. If you're not using a website, Sarah, so that is where you can either use lead pages to not use a website. I'm going to always encourage you to get a website. I think it's one of the most important things that you need, especially if you're an online business person, you need a website. But if you don't have one right now, you can use the calendar, the Calendly or Acuity, to just send them to that to schedule. So you need lead pages for sure, or Unbounce, and then you'd send it to scheduling with Acuity. But I would highly, highly recommend that you get a website. It doesn't cost much. You're gonna have to pay for hosting and to buy the domain name, but usually you can usually set that up pretty cheap. And we at the Academy are really focused on helping you get that all going right from the beginning because we think it's really important. So within the first couple months, that's our sole purpose. We're focusing on building your website. Okay, let's see if there's any other questions. Okay, I don't see any more. I'm gonna hit stop record. So all of you guys that are watching the playback, we're awesome. Happy to have you on here, but we're gonna hit stop. Oh, there's my face. Oh, now I'm back on. Okay. And record, stop recording here.